Del Mar Friday, August the 25th. I have a couple plays on the Friday card. I wanted to try to head in the direction of Del Mar, see if we can lead you to a few winners. And wanted to remind everybody about that Del Mar handicapping store that Daily Racing Form has. Every day that there's racing at Del Mar, past performances, DRF picks, clocker reports, betting strategies on Saturday. So all the help that you need when you're playing the races from Del Mar. Remember, on Friday, we have the first post of 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. They moved it a little bit earlier because it was getting a little too late, a little too dark on some of those Fridays. I'm going to look at races 1, 3, 5, and 7 using the Daily Racing Form past performances. Remember, you can get these for free when you sign up for a DRF Bets account. Go sign up for an account right now. If you do not have one, use the promo code WINNING when you sign up. They will give you a $250 deposit match bonus. So deposit $250, they'll match it. Boom, turns into $500. They give you a $10 free bet just for registering. And then they'll load you up with 10 free past performance cards. One card is one track for that day. You'll get 10 of them. Following that, every time you bet $50, you get credit for another one. So if you're betting through DRF Bets, you will be stacking up past performances. You won't have to pay for those past performances anymore. Race number 1 on the Friday card. I'm going to go to the number 4 in here, Tickle My Fancy. I just think 5 furlongs on the turf is really what this filly wants to do right now. You can look at her form overall and see that she debuted at 5 on the turf back in February. She actually ran into a really nice horse that day. The horse who won that day is a horse named Little Jewel, who is a sibling to Little Mike, and actually won a stakes race following that, and has been like not beaten all that much by legitimate stakes companies. See here with like Caravel and some of the really best turf sprinters. So after that race, couple months off, shows back up, tries a little longer on the turf. That's a bit too far. Then they try longer on the synthetic. You can see in these races going longer, all of the races she's showing that early speed, but she just doesn't have enough stamina to go the route or to go, 7.5, a mile and 70, mile and 16th. She actually runs into some sharp horses like in all of her races. 3 next out winners in this one, including the grade 3 Lake George winner, Surge Capacity, who came back and ran second behind Esprit in the Lake Placid. Third place finisher there, came back to win a maiden special 8 next out, High Stick. And the fourth place finisher, Where's Emma, came back to win next out at Colonial. And Tickle My Fancy was one of the 4 next out winners in that one. Because following that race, they turned her back in distance to 5 furlongs. She sat just behind. She was able to move to the lead. I just think she's going to get that kind of a trip in here. The 1 has big speed from the inside, and I think with the rail draw, she's going to be forced a little bit. The 2, House of Magic, feels like there's one way to go for her. Yo-Yo Mama, I think, is going to be right up there trying to push the pace. And looking at those 3, you have Avantap, who is going to want to be forwardly placed, and Catarini, who I think could sit a nice trip in here also on the cutback. But even to the outside, Keychain Girl's best effort came on the lead, wire to wire. Now goes second start back off the long layoff. I'm just hoping that Tickle My Fancy can sit that trip second, maybe a couple lengths off, maybe like third or fourth in here behind some of those early speeds. Turning back now from trying a mile at Del Mar. She'll be fit. Tickle My Fancy, the number 4. She's 5-1 on the morning line. Anything over 7-2, I think that's fair value. Let's go to race number 3. And I'm going to look at the number 2 in here. So let's look at her debut. She's a 2-year-old filly. She debuted sprinting on the dirt. She's the number 6 in here. And she has a slow start. This is going 5 furlongs. You can see she's towards the back and about 8 lengths off. She is actually last here. She's going to move up on the outside. And I feel like she shows some ability. She runs in spots. Like right here, she starts to make up nice ground to close the gap with the rest of the field. And she gets back into contention with the rest of the group. But she was way out of it early on. And this was going 5 furlongs. even following this, she just kind of continues to look like there's a little spark there. She's now going to have the blinkers for her second start. And I'm expecting her to improve stretching out. Her dam was a winner on the turf. She has 2 winning turf siblings. Now with the blinkers coming on, look, she's back up here. She's not that far out of it. She gets passed late by another horse who's closing. But I really did think that was a better than looks on paper race for Kits Katy. Adds the blinks, stretching out. Dam was a winner on the turf. Produced a turf winning sibling, Dothraki Queen, who after that turf race was classy. Tried a graded stakes company a ton. Anything around 4-1 feels fair on Kits Katy. Let's move to race number 5. This would be a horse that I think I would single in any type of exotics, and I would build exotics around. The number 1, She's Got Away. And I'll tell you, this is not like a normal type play for me with a rail horse like this. I really just feel like she is the most 5 furlong horse in this race. And even with the rail draw, I think she's going to be able to sit just behind the speeds, kind of angle out or move to the inside and fall right into it. Her last 2 were going 6.5. That's too far for her. She was a winner at 5.5 on March the 18th. That's the type of trip she wants. And I really don't know who else in this field is going to love 5 furlongs. You kind of go through each of these horses, and a lot of them are making big cutbacks, or we're just not sure. I'm not sure what kind of trips they're going to get. I feel like I know that She's Got Away can sit in the top flight on the rail and have every chance if good enough. You'll notice losses to like Albadere and Real Fire are longer, 6.5. 5, give me the one She's Got Away in here. I think that's where she has the major advantage. She was beaten favorite in her last few going longer. And let's hope this time she's not favored. I wouldn't be shocked if, Queensy gets money. I wouldn't be shocked to see a horse like Alvina take money. Would also not be shocked to see Albadere take money. So let's see if She's Got Away can maybe float up off of those back-to-back beaten favorite races. They were going 6.5, though. Totally different dynamic than 5 furlongs here. That's a massive cutback for her. Let's finish up in race number 7 with the 1 Chauncey Way, 6-1 on the morning line. This is the Solana Beach, a mile on the turf course. I'll first say that Eddie's New Dream is really classy, and for a Calbred, she fits so well in here. A lot of times her poor performances or races where she loses, it's when she's facing open company. Our last 2 races, she was facing open company, barely defeated in those. Prior to that, against Calbred, she's a winner. And you can see her form is really good. She was a runner-up in this race last year. I do think the 1 can sneak away. Chancery Way has inside speed, very quick. She's shown us that she can get a mile. She's really honest on all surfaces. She's run well on the turf, on the synthetic, and the dirt. And I think that's got to be the game plan in here. To send hard with her from the inside. She just looks faster than everyone. She's coming out of these sprint races. I don't think any of these horses want to go with her early, and she just tries to run them right off their feet. The number 1, Chancery Way. She can fly, inside draw, send hard. Chancery Way, 6-1 on the morning line. Anything over 7-2, that's fine for me. That's my value line on her. There's a look at Friday at Del Mar. Best of luck. Don't forget about that Del Mar handicapping store every racing day at drf.com. All of the tools you need to succeed playing the races at Del Mar. Good luck on